क्या आपको पता है आपका गवर्नमेंट चलाता कौन है? म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन में बैठे बाबू या प्रतिनिधि यानी कॉर्पोरेटर्स जिन्हें आप वोट कर कर चुनते हो? अगर पता है तो ये सवाल कभी कैसे नहीं पूछा कि पिछले 4 साल से पूना के साथ साथ महाराष्ट्र के कई म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशंस में इलेक्शंस नहीं हुए तो आपकी सरकार चला कौन रहा था? आपके लिए डिसीजंस ले कौन रहा था? लोग कहते हैं इलेक्शंस हो या ना हो गवर्नमेंट तो चल रहा है, पर गवर्नमेंट चलाता कौन है? नेता, आपके प्रतिनिधि या ऑफिस में बैठे बाबू? क्या आप लीडर और रिप्रेजेंटेटिव के बीच का फर्क समझते हैं? क्योंकि अगर ये फर्क क्लियर नहीं है तो प्रॉब्लम सिस्टम नहीं, प्रॉब्लम आपकी समझ है। आप आपके प्रतिनिधि से सवाल क्यों नहीं कर रहे? आप आपके ही गवर्नमेंट से क्यों डर रहे हो? आप आपके प्रॉब्लम्स को सुलझाना चाहते हो या सिर्फ नीली शाही लगाकर इंस्टाग्राम पर पोस्ट कर रहे हो? माइंडसेट हैज टू गो कि मैंने वोट दे दिया, मेरा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी खत्म हो गया। इस संभ्रम यानी कंफ्यूजन को क्लियर करने के लिए आज हमारे साथ इस पैनल में मौजूद है आरटीआई एक्टिविस्ट विवेक वेलनकर। He says
nobody to question them, nobody to ask them, they are not accountable, they are not responsible to anybody. They have now learnt art of not answering.
तो क्या ब्यूरोक्रेसी में डिक्टेशन यानी तानाशाही आ गई है? क्या ब्यूरोक्रेसी आपका गवर्नमेंट है? Here we have urban planner Professor Anita Benninger.
There was no government. Government is only of the elected people. Government does not work. It serves.
तो क्या आपका म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन का वार्ड ऑफिस काम कर रहा है या आपको सेवा दे रहा है? और क्या आप उनसे सेवा ले रहे हो? एंड हियर लेट्स मीट अर्बन इकोनॉमिस्ट सिद्धार्थ बेनिंजर। इनका कहना है कि कई लोग डरते हैं अपने ही रिप्रेजेंटेटिव के पास जाने के लिए।
Many people are afraid of going to these elected representatives.
अपने ही प्रतिनिधि से डरना सही है? क्या नेता या बेटर से प्रतिनिधि का इमेज इस समाज में डरावना हो गया है?
They think he will represent you better, he will push things better if he's डरावना।
अनीता जी के हिसाब से हम माए बाप सरकार इस टर्म में विश्वास रखते हैं, पर क्यों?
And we believed in what is known as My Baap Sarkar. When you shift from My Baap Sarkar to democracy, representative democracy, your entire culture has to change.
सिद्धार्थ ने कहा ये हमारे लीडर्स नहीं रिप्रेजेंटेटिव है, लेकिन क्या सच में वो आपको रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं? म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन का ऑफिस एंड हर वार्ड ऑफिस जाके आप आपके शहर के बारे में, आपके एरिया के बारे में, आपके सोसाइटी के बारे में हर चीज जान सकते हो, क्योंकि जैसी प्रजा वैसा राजा। तो आप अपने कर्तव्य, अपने अधिकार जानिए ताकि आप अपने शहर से, अपने प्रतिनिधि से आपका काम सही तरीके से करवा सकते हो। इस पैनल में हमने बात की इन सारी चीजों पर, इन सारे मुद्दों पर। जानिए आपके अपने सरकार के बारे में विथ दिस पैनल। Thank you everyone for doing this with me today. The idea of this podcast is कि पुणे voted, now what? बहुत लंबे टाइम तक पुणे के पास इलेक्टेड गवर्नमेंट नहीं था, फॉर वॉट एवर रीजन जो नहीं था, इलेक्शन नहीं हुए, दैट इज अ डिफरेंट टॉपिक। इलेक्टेड गवर्नमेंट नहीं होने से लोगों को क्या परेशानी होती है, क्या प्रॉब्लम होता है, एंड होने से क्या बेटरमेंट आ सकता है। इलेक्टेड गवर्नमेंट रहे नहीं रहे, लोगों तो मतलब लोग तो यही बोल रहे थे कि कॉर्पोरेटर है, स्टैंडिंग कमेटी है, नहीं है, गवर्नमेंट तो है, काम तो सब हो ही रहा है। तो ये दोनों का डिफरेंस क्या है, प्रोस क्या है, कॉन्स क्या है, आज इसके ऊपर हम बात करेंगे। मतलब द आइडिया ऑफ दिस पैनल इज कि डिफरेंट लेंसेज, प्रोफेसर अनिता बेनिंजर एंड सिद्धार्थ आर अर्बन प्लानर, आप आरटीआई एक्टिविस्ट है, तो लोगों ने अपना हक कैसे लेना चाहिए, कैसे मांगना चाहिए, अपने इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव से कैसे काम कराना चाहिए, इज द आइडिया। सबसे पहले इफ एनीवन कैन टेल मी कि इलेक्टेड गवर्नमेंट नहीं होने से क्या प्रॉब्लम होते हैं, लोगों को क्या प्रॉब्लम होते हैं?
बेसिकली प्राइमा फेसी तो नहीं दिखते हैं प्रॉब्लम, बट issue here is whatever the administration does is final. Nobody to question them, nobody to ask them, they are not accountable, they are not responsible to anybody, because they feel they are there for all time and nobody can touch them, nobody can do anything to them. Whereas the elected representative जो 5 साल होता है, so उसको थोड़ा डर होता है कि भैया काम करूं ना करूं, एटलीस्ट दिखाना तो चाहिए, नहीं तो नेक्स्ट टाइम आने का चांस नहीं है। सो ही इज टू लिमिटेड एक्सटेंट अकाउंटेबल टू पीपल, सो ही इज आंसरेबल टू पीपल। सो लोग उसको अगर पूछेंगे तो उसको कुछ ना कुछ जवाब देना पड़ता है, वो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का काम ही नहीं है. वो बोलते हैं हम तुम्हें जवाबदेही है नहीं. इवन इन RTI also they don't give answers now. They are so shrewd now that they have now learnt art of not answering or answering very vague in RTI.
They means who?
Entire bureaucracy, administration. See, there are two hills. One is
मतलब the reason I asked they who because लोगों को ये confusion नहीं होना चाहिए कि we are talking about bureaucracy or corporators.
no bureaucracy. See, corporators are elected representative, and bureaucracy is the bureaucracy who always works with or without corporators. But without corporators, they become dictators. With corporators, at least it's not everybody who can make them answerable, but at least corporators can make them answerable.
Okay. What would you like to say about that?
I agree with Vivek ji, but very important thing that needs to be said here is that we are a representative democracy. Okay? What does that mean? That means that our government is linked in. See, any government, bureaucracy is not the government. Okay? Government is who we elect as people. We give our power to them. We are sharing our power of decision making with the people we elect. Whether we vote them or not, whoever gets elected is our representative. Okay, so at local level, this is mandatory. When the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act came to be in 1993, the Constitution was updated, and that is called the 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. What was this amendment? It decentralized power to the people. Okay, and what does that mean? That is decided that at the local level, local people have the decision making power. How does that power? How do they express that power? They were given a platform, the elections are held, and they choose their elected representatives. Okay, this happened at the village level under the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, and at the city level, urban areas, urban local bodies under the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. So, we didn't have elections for like 4 years. That means we didn't have a government. Okay, there was no government in Pune or any local areas because local area elections did not give
Okay.
us.
So you mean there was no elected government?
No, there was no government. Government is only of the elected people. See, this is some lesson I learned years back. I had gone to one of the IS officers, and he said that, no, you have to go to the government to get the history. So I said, I'm talking to you. I have come to it. He said, I am not the government. Government is the elected people. I just do what they ask me to.
So bureaucrats are civil servants.
They are civil servants. Civil servant. Okay? And elected members are people's representatives. They are also servants, like Modi said, but they are servants of the people because people elect them. And these are civil servants, that means they serve the civil society through our elected representatives. I think we need to understand this very clearly to understand what our powers are and what our duties are also. Huh? So we didn't have a government. And what Vivek ji said is absolutely right. Because there was nobody to question the bureaucracy about what they are doing. So they made a huge number of decisions which are not in favor of our system at all at the local level. It will ruin the city if those decisions go through. And some of them didn't do good. Like, for example, the riverfront development. And it can create a lot of problems for us. So, this was what was understood when the constitution was amended, that local people knew local problems the best. Local people know local potentials the best, and local people know what to do with these potentials to solve the problems.
So if you don't have an elected government, people may feel helpless.
Oh yes. Because whom do we go to? We go to the... we tried several times before. Vivek ji also tried. So many of us who work in this phase. We tried to meet the municipal commissioner. Okay, now the municipal commissioner is not the government. But at that time, he was taking the decisions. So we tried to meet them.
And he just refused it. Don't have time for this meeting.
Whereas if had there been a corporator, had there been a people's representative, they have to give you time. You can go to their offices, then they have to give you time.
श्रीकांत शिरोडे जी के साथ में मैंने पॉडकास्ट किया था, उसमें उन्होंने बताया कि सारे पावर्स आर वेस्टेड विद द म्युनिसिपल कमिश्नर. अगर म्युनिसिपल कमिश्नर बोलता है कि ये हम लोग नहीं करेंगे, एंड देन वी स्टैंडिंग कमेटी, वो उन्होंने पूरा प्रोसेस बताया, एंड देन वी गो बैक टू द म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन टू द कमिश्नर सेज नहीं, मैंने तो उसको मना किया, मैं नहीं करूंगा. हाउ डज दैट हेल्प?
Actually, that is because they are not taking people in confidence and they have not understood their powers.
They
Unfortunately,
means the standing committee and the corporators.
the corporators, the elected people, okay, they need to understand what their responsibilities are and what their powers are also. They are responsible to the people. Now, if you go to the Pune Municipal Corporation's website, which says the most important laws for the city, 74th Amendment Act is not there. Why? Because they don't understand it, our corporators don't understand it, and the government understands it, in the sense the bureaucracy, the higher government. They understand it so well that they don't want people to know it. If we understand it, we will start using it. And they don't want it. Actually, Mr. Shirole, if you know, that he has all the power, and the commissioner cannot say no if the entire city says that this is what we want. If they go to the people, representative of the people, then they have to do it. I'll give you a very good example of the hills. When the development plan was going on and we wanted to save the hills from constructions, there were 90,000 of us who said, no, we don't want construction on the hills. And the commissioner, who was dead against it, had to work on the agreement. Because people's representatives were there, people were there. So this side is much stronger. Okay? Much more accountable. They have to be there than this side.
This side, when you say this side, means elected members versus bureaucracy.
Elected member plus people. See, you should always take that as a together this. Because election takes place from amongst the people. And people elect them, right? So whether I vote for them or not, they are my representatives, and they are accountable to me.
Definitely. मैंने वोट दिया है नहीं दिया है, मेरे एरिया का कॉर्पोरेटर मेरा
हाँ सलमान,
representative है.
नहीं बिल्कुल.
May I cut in?
हाँ, sure.
Just a very simple differentiation is important, which is extremely important. Is 74th CAA defines what a urban local body is, and it defines how the election should be happening in that urban local body. And there are multiple levels of urban local body. The corporations are they're the biggest level of urban local body. And then you have smaller urban local bodies. So the law has been very specific as to, and then you have to have an election, every so many years. And so this is an extremely important act in the sense of it gives you the overview of how your government will be running. The second point is that these are not, elected representatives. This is a big misnomer. I think it's been done by the media more than anybody else. These are not leaders. They do not lead you. They represent you.
Elected members or corporators, we call them, are not leaders.
They are representatives, and they are supposed to collect our problems. They're supposed to say, okay, aapko kya hai, aapko kya chahiye, what is your dikkat? And then they are supposed to come up with if they want to, they can come up with a report or something, but they are supposed to carry that to the Sabha. And they are supposed to debate and discuss how we can solve these people's problems within the law, without being illegal. And so this is not very clear. And I don't think, maybe everybody misses their civics classes, but this is not very clear to the general population. That now when I teach also, I say, please don't say leader. There is no leader. These are representatives. Yes, they might be in some ways better at representing you than you yourself. Right? So that's why they will lead in that sense. But if you start calling them leaders, the dynamic, the relationship is very different. Right? And I think that needs to change. What is happening is there is also fear psychosis. Many people are afraid of going to these elected representatives. They don't realize this is representation. So this is an extremely important point that they represent us and they make the government, and because they make the government, they can talk to your bureaucrats and give them direction. But the bureaucrats are of course supposed to fulfill certain functions again within the law. And that's why they might say if something is illegal, or if they say this is not supported by such and such act, the bureaucrat can say कि ये नहीं हो सकता, मैं नहीं कर सकता. If it is not legal, that's the only reason they can actually give.
You were saying something.
See, one thing what you said, commissioner has all powers. Yes, he has. Even if the general body says that this should not be done, he has a power. But not absolute power. What he can do is he can again send to the upper government, that is state government. There are also people's representatives. He will send it there. कि सर जी भी ऐसा बोल रहा है, I feel it should not be. I have a veto right. So I am sending it to you.
तो जनरल बॉडी कॉर्पोरेशन के पास जाता है, कॉर्पोरेशन कमिश्नर उसको मंत्रालय लेके जाता है.
If he is not accepted, the memorandum done by a general body, if it is not acceptable to the commissioner, then he can't on his own say no. With his remark, he can send it to the state government. State government will take final decision. Again, what is state government? It's public representatives. They are at a bigger level, that's all. So again, the ball will go into the representatives court. So he is a bureaucrat, so he can suggest, he can recommend, he cannot dictate. But unfortunately, everybody has forgotten that. And even elected representatives are afraid of our bureaucracy. नहीं, हम करेंगे, फिर भी वो ना बोलेंगे तो. There is nothing like that.
अफ्रेड वाला सिस्टम कैसा क्यों आ रहा है? मतलब पब्लिक इज अफ्रेड ऑफ रिप्रेजेंटेटिव यू आर सेइंग इज अफ्रेड ऑफ ब्यूरोक्रेसी बोलता नहीं हम मंत्रालय लेके जाएंगे तो वहां से नहीं होगा. दे आर अफ्रेड ऑफ द हायर अथॉरिटीज. ये कल्चर कहाँ से आया? मुझे
ये मूवीज में बहुत दिखाते हैं ऐसा.
It runs inside. Bilkul. No, we need to demystify this whole system of government. Our historically, we were a feudal society. Okay? And we believed in what is known as My Baap Sarkar. Okay? Now, when you shift from My Baap Sarkar to democracy, representative democracy, your entire culture has to change. So, you are not behold to anybody at all. Okay? You are using the power vested in you as a citizen of India. Okay? How do you get that power as a citizen of India? You follow the rule of law. Number 1. What does the citizen do? Follow the rule of law. Number 2. Pay taxes. Right? Tax paying is how the government survives. Where does the government get money from?
taxes. Various taxes.
The direct, indirect, all
Various
kinds of
taxes.
taxes. Government does not work. It serves. It's a service organization. Okay? But what we have done is, we have given our powers to them to regulate us and to create the law, which then we have to follow. Because it is our power which is used to bring about the law. That is what happened in the 73rd and 74th. Because of the Constitutional Amendment Act, the Constitution itself was amended to say that people will have power and they will decide at the local level what can and cannot be done. Okay, now I don't think that many people are aware of this. Government has not canvassed this law, which was their job to do.
No, they've done other stuff also, na. They've tried to kind of hide this.
Like you said, कि मतलब many people must have missed their civic classes. So is it a matter of clarity or carelessness?
I think it's both. I think civics is more important than mathematics. Mathematics is easy. Let's put it that way. Civics is a bit more tough. People don't agree with me, but I feel that is the case.
But there is one more angle to it. Unfortunately, even the elected representatives don't know about it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So they are the first who should know about it. They should be taught about it. There should be special training sessions for them.
Absolutely.
That what are their rights and what are their duties. Unfortunately, they just go there and come back.
तो पूना के जो ये 166 कॉर्पोरेटर्स है, इनमें से कितने लोग जानते होंगे कि मुझे मेरे लोगों के लिए क्या करना है और मेरे लोग मेरे से क्या करवाना चाहिए या क्या करवा सकते हैं?
और एक बात है, जानते होगे और मानते होगे, ये भी है।
ओके,
क्योंकि थोड़े जो है उन्हें लगता है कि मैं क्यों पूछूं लोगों को।
Okay, you can take some corporators and they know that this is my vote bank. Okay, and if the vote bank asks them to do something near the election time, they will do it. Not for all 5 years.
last 6 months.
Last 6 months perhaps.
Last 6 months.
Okay, so they did
एंड
this.
मतलब लाइक यू सेड मूवीज, बहुत से मूवीज में बताया गया कि नहीं वो इलेक्शन के टाइम पे, बाकी तो याद नहीं
बाकी-
रहता है, 5 साल के बाद याद
सच
नहीं
है।
रहता है,
There is-
लास्ट का साल जो
सच
है
है.
No, but there is unfortunately in India now. I'll give you an example. No names will be taken. One of my friends, we were sitting together. I said I met such and such a elected representative, and I met him, and I really found him very approachable and a nice guy. And he said, "वो ठीक है, अच्छा होगा, पर वो डरावना नहीं है." So I said, "Someone the guy. Why should he be scary?" So he said, "No, that is a true represent." So this idea is also there, that maybe they think he will represent you better, he will push things better if he's Dharavana. Maybe. I mean, I don't agree with that. So there is a perception also of that persona of being an elected representative. That perception is that this person should be capable of violence or is capable of violence. They have to be scary. They have to have certain power. Power is a big, word here. And I think that has been propagated a lot by movies. It's been propagated in households, and especially in poorer households, because they are powerless in many situations. So they turn to these people to help them out. And but for wider policy, then these people are not doing any wider policy.
I just want to bring in the leadership issue here. See, leaders are promoting certain philosophies, certain values, and then they have followers. Okay? Representatives are representing what you need. Okay? They may follow some philosophies and follow some leaders. So they have all the political parties and they have philosophical, what shall I say, coherence with them. And so they have a leadership in political parts. But in democratic representative governments, there is no leadership. There is no room for leadership. Okay, leadership is what? Getting what people want done or getting what is right done. That is very important to distinguish between an elected representative and a leader. A leader can be an elected representative. Not necessarily is an elected representative a leader. Because people don't have anything to do with them for 4-5 years. वोट डाला, खत्म.
ये बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है. इसके अंदर दो चीजें. एक तो यू सेड कि वाइल एट द टाइम ऑफ इलेक्शंस लोगों को लास्ट का 6 महीना याद रहता है, एंड बाउंड्रीज भी चेंज होती है. व्हाट इज द मतलब
बाउंड्रीज चेंज होती है बिकॉज दे गिव वेटेजेस टू डिफरेंट कम्युनिटीज. सी, वी आर द कम्युनल कार्ड इन इलेक्शंस, इवेंचुअल टॉक, राइट? And but we aren't. And since the communal card has been played, they will change the areas of
हाँ,
governance.
तो वो जो कॉर्पोरेटर ने एक एरिया में काम किया है या अपना कुछ बनाया है, लोगों के साथ में एंगेज हुआ है, उसकी अगर लास्ट 3 महीने में 2 महीने में बाउंड्री चेंज हो गई तो वो क्या करेगा? एक वो प्रॉब्लम है. दूसरा, रिसेंट, आई विल नॉट नेम अगेन, नो लोकेशन, एक घर के 4 मेंबर मैंने मिला हुआ है, माय फ्रेंड. 2 मेंबर का अलग वार्ड में नंबर लगा और 2 वो लोगों का अलग वार्ड में नंबर लगा, एक ही घर में रहने वोटिंग लिस्ट में. तो 2 लोगों ने अलग वार्ड में वोट दिया और 2 लोगों ने अलग वार्ड में वोट दिया. और नाउ माय क्वेश्चन इज कि अगर उस घर में प्रॉब्लम होता है तो वो इसके पास जाएंगे या उसके पास जाएंगे? बट ऐसा कैसा है कि एक ही घर के 4 मेंबर है और 2 अलग बोर्ड में नंबर लग रहा है.
Obviously, there are some problems with the electoral list. Okay, so that is not. This is a one-off list.
I think one more thing is what the 74th CA helps in doing, which is not being followed to that level, but things are happening. For instance, in Deccan Gymkhana in Pune, they have a Deccan Gymkhana Parisar Samiti, DGPS, okay, which is made up of no corporators but of citizens. Now, unfortunately, it is only the educated rich that make up DGPS. There is also a National Society for Clean Cities. It is again the educated rich that make up that National Society for Clean Cities. Now, many times I've interacted with all these citizens. They're very well-meaning. They're very knowledgeable. They've, some of them are retirees. Some of them are still working. So they're taking time out also from their work. And so full kudos to them. I mean, full marks. बहुत अच्छा करते हैं काम. पर मैंने जब उन्हें पूछा कि हम फिर स्लम्स में जाके क्यों नहीं, slum dwellers को क्यों नहीं इन्वॉल्व कर रहे?
Exactly, 40% of Pune
So-
population is slum dwellers.
So that is another divide. It is a tale of two cities, as this. That you do not have. There is no unless it is a Kamwali bhai or somebody, your driver or your mechanic or something. You don't want to touch that community. Okay, and that community also doesn't care, right? To touch, I mean, to meet. So we also have this separation within ourselves, and your main vote bank is that slum community, right? Because they are the poorest and they are the most vulnerable. So what happens is, I think there's also a case of those who are better off are safe in their houses. They are safe in their knowledge कि मुझे पैसे मिलने वाले, I've got a good pagar, I'm doing well. And then there is an unsafe group who need representation, who truly feel that need of representation, but they don't have a way to organize themselves other than for mandar, some religious activities. So there has to be this is what maybe the 74th Amendment cannot address, or this could be a lacuna in our system, which is that we have a caste difference, we have religious differences, and that is also turning into your ward boundary changes.
Communal politics.
Right. So the day we get rid of that communal politics, a lot of demystification will take place, because everybody will ask the same questions. Here you have multiple communities asking multiple questions, wanting multiple answers. They don't even accept certain logical answers. So this is a big issue that is an underlying issue. I mean, maybe that's more like a disclaimer.
Wanting certain answers.
Yeah, they don't want to hear certain answers. Some people want to hear certain answers. So you have multiple lobbies and lobby groups. So, we know, again, I don't want to mention anything because we are not a political forum here.
Yeah, this is not for
Yeah.
controversy.
But the idea is that because you are playing with that demographic of varied stakeholders, varied vested interests, and varied representation, I think that's why we have this Gitchment. But then, you can demystify it by giving it a more secular and logical structure, which I think the 74th CA brings.
Objectivizers. It objectivizes things. The 74th Constitutional Amendment Act objectivizes the process of decision making. That is very
It
important.
doesn't matter who you are.
They have given us two very powerful tools, okay, which we are not using, we don't understand, how they should be used or how powerful they are. The first one is the Environmental Status Report. Pune Municipal Corporation religiously tables an environmental status report once a year. Yes.
It does.
But it has right from the world rule. The moment it became mandatory, the Amendment Act, that it has to be filed every year annually, they do it. But what they do is they aggregate everything, and all you can understand is that Pune is deteriorating environmentally year by year. Not how to stop that deterioration, not where it is happening, not where the answer is. Now, actually, the environmental status report is being misinterpreted, misunderstood. Because we are not talking about only natural environment or ambient environment, but we talk about environmental status report. A very important part of the environmental status report is the built environment, which we created or where we live. So it has to do with quality of life. So obviously the natural environment is extremely important. I mean environmental pollution, etc. Extremely important. But so is the built environment. Water supply, sewage, drainage, road, all those things, open areas. Okay, so as far as the citizens are concerned, in the built environment and in the natural environment, we have certain entitlements. Okay, we have an entitlement of XYZ. In Pune, every citizen must get 135 liters of safe drinking water per day per person. This is an entitlement. Every individual is entitled to 6 square meters of space per capita. So,
Public space.
No, to stay.
Personal space.
personal residential space. Huh? That means even the Jhopadpatti, if you want to redo, you have got people staying in 10 square meters, you have 15 people living, which creates a lot of health problems, health hazard, huge hazard. So they are saying if you don't want to have health hazard, you need 6 square meters of space. So what should be the smallest size of the house? 30 square meters. If there are 5 members in the family, it's 30 square meters, 333 square feet, right? So per hectare, how many will you get? 333 households. What is the density? About more than 1500. About 1700 will be. Very high density. But you still have that workspace, that 330. So you'll get your own balcony, you'll get your own one room, you will get toilets, etc. All these kind of things. So for everything, ensure the quality of life. What we need to know is our ward, everything. The whole idea of this environmental status report is not an aggregate. It is disaggregated. See, the entire heart of the 73rd and 74th CMA is decentralization. Not just power, everything down to the grassroots. Especially, you have to go to the grassroots and you have to go to an individual. The lowest units of decision making is an individual, is what a household and a space of the ward area. It is not at the city level. The idea that you start at the grassroots and then give aggregate to the top. Okay, so it is a bottom up approach.
How does this translate to, say, if I wanted to buy a house somewhere
I was.
and there is pani purothyacha problem, there is no
I'll give you
electricity.
a classic example.
Huh.
3-4 months back, there was a big chaos in Mundwa Keshav Nagar.
हाँ.
तो सब लोग जमा होके आए, अजीत दादा वहां पे गए थे एंड अजीत दादा ने फिर वो फोन भी लगाया किसी को. बिल्डिंग परमिशन पीएमआरडीए दे रहा है, सर्विसेज पीएमसी दे रहा है. ये बहुत बड़ा डिस्कनेक्ट है. पानी कॉर्पोरेशन देता नहीं है. पीएमआरडीए ने वो कुछ नहीं, पीएमआरडीए ने वो एक इंडेमनिटी बॉन्ड लिख के लेता है. वो व्हाट इज इट कॉल्ड? फ्रॉम बिल्डर. कि बिल्डर एफिडेविट नॉट इंडेमनिटी, सॉरी, एफिडेविट लिख के देता है. अब उस एफिडेविट के अंदर भी कोई कैप नहीं है. कम से कम ये तो बोलो कि बिल्डर 3 साल पानी देगा, 5 साल पानी देगा. आई हैव सीन डेवलपर्स पेइंग 10 years का पानी ये कर रहे हैं.
Yeah.
Again, taking money from the.
Yes.
Yes.
How do you feel a citizen can one wield the RTI in this situation and then also use it, that information, as a group under something like a Nagar, like a under 74 CA, that means under something like a Deccan Gymkhana Parisar Samiti किंवा हा ग्रुप किंवा इवन अ सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप बायकांचा. How do you think we
Trust
can?
me, the problems you have in Deccan Gymkhana are
Nothing.
nothing.
Exactly, I know.
If you go Wagoli, Manjri, Bhugao,
I know.
Now look, the whole idea is that when you decentralize, okay, what is decentralization? It is doing things at a disaggregated level, okay, not aggregated level. When you aggregate things in life, do you ever come to any? What is the propensity of having an average anything?
I was a lower than average student.
Nothing. It's just a figure without knowing. It means 50% are above, 50% are below. That is the only meaning of an average, right? Actually, what you need classification, groups, right? You say income this much to this much, this much to this much, this much to this.
Income groups.
Whatever groups, age group, income groups, education groups, different multiple things. But this is not average. So when you disaggregate, you don't average anything.
Ma'am, this information is not available. That's why I'm asking him. How can we get it?
I'm just giving him a method of how we can do it. So where to do disaggregation? Every day, if you go to Bhugav, they do their own things.
They will know what they need.
Huh?
At least they will know what they
They
need.
will 100% know what
That
they
is
need.
what we are working on at CDSA, carrying capacity. We are saying every ward should have its own carrying capacity.
It has its own
But we
carrying
are not
capacity.
getting any
We
data.
just need to know it. And they also need to
I will
articulate
give
it.
you an example. I've got some schools, from interns from SIMBI and MIT, World Peace University. Poor people, one has put up an RTI now. As part of our internship, even I didn't think of that. That guy went and he put an RTI and he's now awaiting the information. But we went to every ward office, especially these guys. They were turned away by the ward, like the officer.
Here I would like to add one thing, that unfortunately neither people nor administration nor elected representatives know anything. Say for example, there is a notification by state government every Monday between 3 and 5. Every local self-government authority has to open up everything. And people will just go to the office, see whatever they want to see.
Every Monday.
Every Monday between 3 and 5. This is theoretically happening in Pune Municipal Corporation for last 15 years. But not even 15 people know about it. But that is fault of people also. Because they have put the boards saying that this is what we do. But people either don't believe or they don't go. I'll give you one example.
Or they don't care.
Baner and all these villages came to Pune Municipal Corporation in 1999. 93, 94. Then
आणि ते झाले actually हे 99 मध्ये.
and what is happening there? People are paying, big societies are paying crores every year to purchase water tanker. And then, they are so reluctant that they are not seeing their municipal corporation property tax bill, where they are paying water bill also. Because it is included in the bill.
And it's a huge water bill. It's like 50 to 20% of the total.
And so they pay double. They pay property tax along with the water bill because it is part of it. And secondly, they pay extra money to get the tankers. And neither representatives know about it because municipal corporation has a rule that if they cannot provide sufficient water to a particular area, particular locality, then they will send tankers to those places free of cost. These people don't know. And that is exactly where administration is taking benefit of it, and even sometimes the elected representatives also. When people don't know it's a free, they show as if it is their mercy because of which people are getting a free tanker. So they are trying to build their vote banks. ये आपके 4 सोसाइटी को फ्री टैंकर्स
जो आपका हक है उसको उपकार जता रहे हैं,
हाँ,
उसको उपकार जता रहे
आपको फ्री
माय बाप
टैंकर्स
सरकार,
देना
माय बाप सरकार।
मेरी जिम्मेदारी है, मेरे को वोट देना आपकी जिम्मेदारी।
Our mindset has to change.
बात खत्म. But nobody even has a question in mind. What is this nonsense? Here is my money which is going for water, and here is my money going for tanker also. Nobody even cares. Nobody puts RTI. Nobody even goes to municipal corporation on Monday to find out what's happening. Those who have voice, they get the water.
लास्ट टाइम पे अपना जब कन्वर्सेशन हुआ था, आपने वाटर टैंकर के ऊपर काफी क्लैरिटी दी थी. व्यूज बहुत अच्छे हैं. लोगों ने कमेंट करके बताया कि नहीं देते हैं, ड्राइवर 200 रुपए लेता है, कोई बोलता है 2000 रुपए देते हैं, कोई बोलता है 1200 रुपए लेते हैं. उसका सोल्यूशन बताइए ना, क्योंकि क्या हो जाएगा कि वो रील के ऊपर एंगेजमेंट बहुत आया है. एंड ये जो सारी चीजें मैं बोल रहा हूँ आपको कि नहीं सेंड करते हैं, टैंकर नहीं भेजते, 200 रुपए मांगते हैं, 1200 रुपए मांगते हैं, 2000 रुपए मांगते हैं, इसका सोल्यूशन बताइए, तो उसका फॉलोअप हो जाएगा।
नहीं, इसका सोल्यूशन टू फोल्ड है. वन, citizens first should write to the this administration also that we will not pay both. Either we pay for tanker, then we will not pay property tax bill, water tax amount.
इसके अंदर दो चीजें है विवेक जी। एक तो जिसका इंडिविजुअल घर है, मैं अपने इंडिविजुअल घर में रह रहा हूँ, मुझे पानी आता है, नहीं आया तो मैंने टैंकर मंगाया। सोसाइटीज ने क्या करना चाहिए?
Not even individual also need to purchase a tanker. He also should get free of
नो, दैट इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग कि इंडिविजुअल ने मंगाया, उसको फ्री टैंकर आया, ठीक है, दैट इज डन। व्हाट अबाउट द सोसाइटीज?
So again, now here comes the
So when a 100 apartment or a 200 apartment ka society will make a better case in the
Yes.
administration.
correct. And here comes the role of that mediator that is called as the local
Corporate.
representative.
Corporate.
He must come with them because he is the representative. Even he won't allow them to come. He should go on his own. I am representing this area and this is the problem. These are the 20 societies who are not getting sufficient water. Here is their water bill. Why should they pay tax? He can raise this issue in general body meeting where the municipal commissioner, water department head, all are sitting there. They are answerable. But ये नहीं होता है. टैंकर मिला, यही बहुत उपकार हुआ. Paid also. That's what people feel. See, basic problem with our people is lack of knowledge. I won't say lack of knowledge. Is basically they don't want to get knowledge. That is the biggest problem. They take things lying down. ये तो ऐसे ही होएगा, ये तो होने वाला ही है, ये तो कोई करने वाला नहीं है, इससे क्या होगा, उससे क्या होगा. Till the time people themselves and their representative also, they don't give up this attitude and they feel no, it's my right, I must get it. If two Deccan Gymkhana person paying same tax like me, if he gets 4 hours a day water, so much water for every day, why I am not getting it? What they show? Oh, equal distribution scheme is coming up and soon.
ये एक चीज है ना, बहुत प्रॉब्लम है। सून 2 साल में, 5 साल में, मतलब वो 5 साल का सपना आज मैं क्यों तकलीफ में रहूं?
Exactly. So people should say soon जब आएगा तो आने दो. That time we will not ask for tanker. Now provide us free tankers. That is your job. And that their representative has to talk to the administration. If they are not listening, he has to raise it up into the general body where he has got voice of people to say there. But ये नहीं होता है.
I want to add something to this. Actually, when I was part of the planning committee for this 23 villages,
The recently merged 23 villages.
No, the
Okay.
Baner, Balewadi.
so what I had done was there was this water scarcity zone are created.
I remember clearly Mohammadwadi, Undri area was water scale.
Lot of villages out of these 23 villages, I put lot water scarcity zones and I marked it also. I am a geographer, so I understand maps at my level, so I mapped it. But they came to me and they said, no, this is so negative, don't call it scarcity because we are putting all these big tankers now we are building. Duck.
They did build.
So don't do that. So I said, what do you want me to do? So you can say low water availability issue. Okay, fine. Low water availability issue. So I said that we are going to do is we are not going to give FSI 1 in this area. We are going to give 0.33.
I remember.
I will tell you that it was such a human crowd I had that Prithviraj Chauhan finally said, okay, you just don't worry about that. Give them 1. But I said, I don't think it is correct. Now...
पानी नहीं है, पानी मिल नहीं रहा.
पानी आने दो, carrying capacity. पानी आने दो. फिर ऐसे they can make these keep ऊपर का unbuilt. They can build 1/3 and they can build remaining as and when they get water. Okay. Then he was saying, no, let's make it work. Let's do this. Let's do that. Okay, sir. I was having a big fight with them. Now, I said okay, but the corporation should not give permission. बिल्डिंग परमिशन ठीक है, आज करो एक FSI. बिल्डर को परमिशन मत देना फिर बांधने के लिए. Just you said that you will get permission for 1/3 0.33 FSI, and only after we get water supply we will go to 1. जैसे आएगा वैसे. No. Once you do that one, they will say we are giving according to the law. Huh? And then the builders, water affidavit, this is illegal.
Water affidavit is illegal.
Completely illegal. 100%, 200% illegal.
तो ये जो डेवलपर
The developer doesn't need to come through the
The
water.
corporation has to give the water.
see ultimately city has to provide.
But it's not the developers this thing.
It is not the developer's business to provide. The thing
Ultimately
is,
फिर वो क्या डेवलपर
He's paying development charge now.
100%.
So then,
Gaya. Okay, Maharashtra Provincial Municipal Corporation Act. The first duty of a urban rural body is to provide drinking water. In urban areas, 135 liters per person per day. And in rural areas, it used to be 40. Now they have increased it to 70. Okay, so now under the act, we are entitled to that water supply. Corporation's duty bound to provide that water supply. Now, if you don't have the water, okay, you have been given an option. बांधना मत. नहीं किया.
एक चीज आप सबके लिए
दूसरी एक. I have written articles of this in Times. See, what happens, many of these tankers, which corporation governs, हाँ हमारे पास में पर्वती पे जाते to fill the tanker. They go behind Chatushrungi. You know, there is this police station. There is one other spot there. There used to be one in Kothurud. You know, you have come there.
8 जगह पे.
हाँ. So they used to fill their water in those tanker
from
points.
Pune water.
Pune Water Supply Corporation, pure drinking water. So I think 3 times at least, seeing that you have the water, there is no water shortage. This means there is zero water shortage. Why don't you send it to us through pipelines? Why should we have a tanker, even a free one? Why do we need to get a tanker?
even a free one. Yeah,
Why? You just manage it properly and send it through pipeline, or your network is there. Repair it, send it through pipeline.
This is what citizens' representatives should be saying.
Saying, and I have said it minimum 3 times in newspapers.
one question. You said water affidavit is illegal.
Illegal.
डेवलपर का कोई संबंध नहीं आता कि वो एफिडेविट देगा कि मैं पानी दूंगा.
Responsibility ही नहीं है.
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी
नहीं, मांगना नहीं चाहिए पहिली
Exactly.
गोष्ट म्हणजे.
There are 2 cases, one in Manjri and one in Bhalunge, where citizens are protesting against the developer. कि
वही
developer
प्रॉब्लम है.
हमको पानी नहीं दे रहा है या हमको साफ पानी नहीं दे रहा है. तो who are we asking?
अरे the bureaucracy सबको उल्लू बनाता है.
No, that is the नागरिक stupidity.
उल्लू है हम सब.
उल्लू है, उल्लू बनाया हमको उन दोनों ने मिलकर. बिल्डर एंड
बिल्डर भी नहीं, पर बिल्डर को सेल मिला, so इसलिए. हाँ.
नहीं क्या है
भाई, हाँ.
आई विल टेल यू व्हाट बिल्डर का पेन इज. मैंने ये प्लॉट खरीद लिया, मुझे इसको डेवलप करना है, मेरा ब्याज चालू हो गया, मेरा मीटर डाउन हो गया, तो मुझे कुछ भी करके इसको स्टार्ट करना है. देयर इज अ कॉस्ट ऑफ मनी.
बघा बघ ना, लेना मत पाइपलाइन नहीं मिला तो. You see that. Yeah, no. Apart from that, don't buy a plot in that area. You find out if water supply is available. You find out if electricity is there, if there is a service plot. That's why we have a town planning scheme.
And town planning schemes are not being happening. We are having DPs.
I had to count town planning scheme. See what? I won't take names here.
No names.
No, he is now town planning, chief town
Once
planning.
upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Once
This
upon a time.
he came in.
Huh.
He de-reserved 4,000 hectares of land in one shot, converted it from green to yellow, residential कर दिया. ठीक है. So करना है residential आपको, तो I had put town planning scheme का reservation on that. Whereas there is no need.
तो the entire मोहम्मदवाड़ी DPS की जो बालेवाड़ी में था,
Everywhere. So it was government. Now these are government people. They should know. It is in their protection also. How can they come under pressure from somebody XYZ? Because what had happened in all these areas, Balewadi, there were hearings going on. So there were at least 200 people who came for the hearing, Balewadikas. And they said that you can't put a reservation on this land, our reservation lands. So I said, why? So he said, okay, because we are becoming landless. We are becoming landless. So I said, why? Why are you becoming landless? You are cultivating. You said you have got guava plantations, that you are doing rice and sugarcane and this and that everything. They have got that Satbara which says, big pani. So I can sab kuch dikhaya. So I said, it's very good. You are not going to be landless. You are not a movie. Your bhumi is there. We are just saying, no, it's a
पण
residential.
आम्ही विकणार आहोत.
Correct. We are already gone into development agreement with a builder. Okay. So they said we don't have the land in our possession. And the builder has said this, saying that you do your reservation. You can say that I will cultivate it and then we will revert back from residential plotting. And then you do planning. So I was just like, कोणाला भेटायचं urban planner. I thought this was my goal, my responsibility, my professional ethics. So if I understand this, what to do?
No, but PMC also sends people to you now. As if she has passed the BDP.
She was the one to get the PMC.
No, she was just pushing it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
my thought was it was right thing to do.
See, they could have.
We need green cover.
No, we do need green cover. Our land values go up because of green cover. Our quality of life improves because of green cover. Our quality of our environment, our water bodies, our groundwater, everything is dependent on that.
Especially the hills, because they are our watersheds.
So coming back to the thing where people are asking wrong questions to the wrong people, मतलब पानी नहीं दे रहा, बिल्डर पानी नहीं दे रहा है और साफ पानी नहीं दे रहा है, उनका क्वेश्चन क्या होना चाहिए और किससे पूछना चाहिए?
Vivek Kaka.
See, that's what I said. They are paying property tax to whom? To Pune Municipal Corporation. In the property tax, what they are paying? Basic property tax, water tax, road tax, education tax, then green cover tax. All are they paying? Tree tax bolte hai usko. Garbage tax. So if they are paying for this to you, then you are answerable to me. You can't say I will collect the tax, but he is answerable. No.
Then who is answerable?
So unfortunately, वो क्या दिक्कत है? देखो, तुम्हारे बिल्डर ने एफिडेविट दिया है, तो वाटर टैक्स मत ले लो. हम बिल्डर को पकड़ेंगे और उसको बोलेंगे पानी दे दो. दैट वाटर एनीवे बिल्डर मुफ्त में तो कुछ देने वाला नहीं है. वो तो बोलेगा ठीक है, आप मेंटेनेंस निकालो, मेरे को पैसा दे दो, मैं आपको वाटर टैंकर लाके देता हूँ. खाली आप मत लाओ, मैं लाके देता हूँ. हाँ, तो उसमें भी उसको 2 पैसा मिलेगा. प्रॉब्लम इज दे आर पेइंग डबल. उसको भी दे रहे हैं मेंटेनेंस के नाम पे, इनको दे रहे टैक्स के नाम पे, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. एंड नोबडी इज बॉदर्ड ऑन दैट.
People who are out of municipal corporation like PMRDA, उन्होंने क्या करना चाहिए?
See, it's PMC's responsibility to cater to the needs of water 5 kilometers beyond their jurisdiction. 5 kilometers. Beyond that, it is PMRDA's responsibility.
And PMRDA better have the wherewithal.
And unfortunately, PMRDA gives left, right and center building permissions.
अजित दादा ने बोले भी थे ना, मतलब जब सर्विसेज सब ये दे रहे तो बिल्डिंग परमिशन आप क्यों दे रहे?
No, but this is the thing. Even Miss Medha ji, she also said, she said, stop giving building permissions. And what is this like? It's like Suryastay, Suryodaya. You're going to population is going to keep increasing, and you are not going to change your services and stuff like that. See, actually, this whole discussion there should be 4 representatives.
We were trying.
Who should know? But what we are saying is,
We were trying.
not even we should be talking about this. There should be a discussion every week. Mere man ki baat of representatives talking about these issues.
जनता के मन की बात
Yes.
उन्हें बोलनी चाहिए.
They are representing the Janta.
Yes.
The mindset has to go कि मैंने वोट दे दिया, मेरा responsibility खत्म हो गया.
Then they will have to suffer.
And that's what they're doing.
Your responsibility is not just.
And no, and that's why now we were discussing before this whole thing started. You were talking about that Nagar 74th Hecha Khalti.
Nagar Raj bill.
Now Nagar Raj bill sadly is it's taken inspiration from 74th CA. It's not following all the, say, tick marks, check boxes of 74th CA. So what happens with that is also you have named a leader. Again, okay. See, what is this deal with continuously naming some one person? Right? Why? Because one person is easily handleable. That is the problem. Okay, like the thing is that if every mohalla actually did come up with a committee, like a cooperative housing society, like
Mohalla
something
committee, they call it.
you call, because it is your cooperative. At the end of the day, this is our cooperative. This city is where we all work together and cooperate, and we house ourselves here. We are a big cooperative housing society, actually. Right? So then why are we not coming together? And see, there are now ways. This is what I'm also saying. It's like, for instance, your podcast is there. But there are so many ways in which citizens can actually voice their concerns, make reports, monthly reports. There are many kids who are in between the ages of 16 and 19 who are in the 11th and 12th who have no good business. They're busy going, having coffee and chilling and stuff like that. All these people can be brought together. They can work towards the benefit of the city and their neighborhoods.
Oh, very good idea.
Yeah.
इसको थोड़ा elaborate करो please. मतलब, see, I'll tell you why. I have a teenager.
Yeah.
So from 16 to 19, societies should have
Get these kids.
And give them something to do.
Exactly.
AI is accessible today.
Exactly.
AI will make it easy. Then उसको सोसाइटी से लेके, नेबरहुड से लेके, सिटी तक कैसे लेके जा सकते हैं, वो बताइए प्लीज.
So in a nutshell, actually, we came up with a program like this.
Okay.
UNICEF had funded it. It was quite a success. We worked with college kids, 11th, 12th, FY, SY. They have bikes. They are mobile. They are young. And they are curious and they have cell phones. And what we did was we created, and it's still available. It's called iNagrik.
iNagrik app.
And it's not an app which you have to download. It's a website. Okay. And you go around town and you don't do it like you're on a hunt. I mean, you can do a hunt. You can do a treasure hunt or a whatever, scavenger hunt. But while you are moving from point A to point B, if you find some problem, report it. That report, on the app. That report gets compiled for every ward.
Can you talk to the parents and the kids? What to do and how to make your kids do it?
Please.
Please.
The address is www.cdsaindia.org/iNagrik.
I will put it in the description.
Yeah, he will put it in.
I'll put it in the description.
All they have to do is
what the parents must make the kids do, what the kids do, or what the kids of the society do for their society.
For their mohalla.
For their mohalla.
For their mohalla, all they're supposed to do is while they walk around, while they are having fun playing football, playing cricket or whatever. If they see any kachra, if they see anybody parked in an illegal fashion, if they see broken footpaths, if they feel that there are obstacles along their way while they move, if there is a footpath or no footpath, where they are in danger of being hit by a truck or a bus or a car or something, all they have to do is, or if they find a public toilet that is dirty, or if they're waiting at a bus stop that they find very dirty or unsafe or whatever, they can use this website. They go to that questionnaire. There is a questionnaire on walkability. There is a questionnaire on bus stop. There's various such questionnaires. They click on that. They select the correct answers and they submit that. That thing takes the location. So you are tagging that thing with a latitude and longitude. And you can take a photograph also and submit that whole thing. And that will go to a centralized database. And we are actually right now working with some corporators from here. And they are ready to accept our reports. Right? And
They said they will send the reports to the corporator only.
Directly.
To the municipal corporation.
So, if you give me your local cooperator's email ID, I will email that report that you uploaded directly to the cooperator. And in 2 weeks, then you can go approach that person and say कि हमने ये किया है, हमारे बच्चों ने किया है, उसका क्या हुआ? नहीं तो क्या हो सकता है? You can at least go ask a question. Make sure you give the cooperator some nice chai, make them comfortable, and then show them the report. So they are not too. And the other thing is work as a team. Do not work against them. Okay, you have not paid the cooperator any money where they are providing a service. There's another thing. what I've noticed is citizens go crazy.
There are two extreme ends. एक तो बहुत
Exactly.
डरेंगे,
हाँ,
नहीं तो एकदम अगेंस्ट में रहेंगे.
full. So don't do that. And so this is a very important thing. And the other thing which I would like to know is how can Samanya Nagarik keep getting RTIs for their neighborhoods for certain data, because Amito data we tried to collect it, we didn't find it at the ward office. So if you can give us a quick guide to RTI.
Issue here is two things. Why people have to ask every time under RTI when there is something called as proactive disclosure as a RTI, where a lot of information municipal corporation ward offices are supposed to put on the websites as well as in their offices for people to see. That is one. Secondly, that 3 to 5 business, when people can go and see anything and everything what they wish
Every Monday.
every Monday. So I don't think RTI is needed at all now. These two things, if they insist, they will see anything and everything what they want. But only thing is what I have seen, because municipal corporation, it has been implemented since 2009, almost 16, 17 years now. But people going there and just searching for this information, trying to get the information are so minimum. Bas maybe 10, 15, that's all.
तो आई थिंक के एवरी सोसाइटी हु हैज अ कमिटी, 11 लोगों का कमिटी होता है, उनके रोल के अंदर भी आना चाहिए कि महीने में एक बार एवरी मंडे 3 to 5 वी विल सर्टेन पीपल ऑफ द सोसाइटी विल गो टू द म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन एंड चेक द डिटेल्स.
जो भी चाहिए आपको,
आपको जो भी चाहिए
महीने में एक बार जाओ यार, एवरी मंडे भी
रोटेशन में जाओ. आज 2 लोग गए थे तो अगले महीने के मंडे को कोई और 2 लोग जाओ. बट वो मतलब एक एंगेजमेंट आएगा ना आपका.
And is this the same for ward offices?
Absolutely. It is also true with ward offices, and 80% of work which society people have to do are with ward office. It is nearer to them rather than the main building.
मेन बिल्डिंग जाने की भी जरूरत नहीं है, अपने एरिया के वार्ड ऑफिस
इसमें जाओ, जो चाहिए वो इंफॉर्मेशन देख लो, लुए लो. दूसरा, इन्होंने जो चीज बताया उसका भी आंसर प्रिंसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन ने खुद होके निकाला है. दे ऑल्सो हैव अ PMC केयर सो कॉल्ड. हाँ, जहाँ पे आप अपनी कंप्लेंट डाल सकते हो, व्हाट्सएप डाल सकते हो, सब कुछ कर सकते हो. They close it many a times without doing anything. That's a different issue. But then now issue is जो PMC care में जाता है, whether that data goes to the corporator or whether he wants to get that data. अरे अपना see it can go area wise, क्योंकि area भी लिखना पड़ता है उधर. एरिया वाइज सेग्रीगेशन होना चाहिए. सब वही IT बेस्ड है, और उस एरिया के कॉर्पोरेटर्स को ऑटोमेटिकली एवरी डे नाइट दैट इंफॉर्मेशन शुड गो कि आपके एरिया में से PMC केयर पे इतने 8 कंप्लेंट्स पड़े हैं. एवरी वीक ही शुड टेक अ फॉलो अप. अच्छा, 8 कंप्लेंट पड़े, उसका क्या हुआ सर? उसमें से 4 क्लोज किए, 4 पे काम चल रहा है. 4 क्लोज किए, वो कौन से दिखाओ, उसमें से 3 कंप्लीट दिखाता है, उधर कुछ नहीं होता है. बट व्हेन द सिटीजन रिप्रेजेंटेटिव स्टार्ट्स विजिटिंग दोस कंप्लेंट स्पॉट्स, नाउ हिज जॉब इज वेरी इजी. ही डोंट हैव टू मूव अराउंड इन द एंटायर वर्ल्ड. वो खाली देखना है कहाँ प्रॉब्लम से, उधर जाओ, देखो हुआ है नहीं हुआ है, नहीं हुआ है, कॉल दैट ऑफिसर, क्यों नहीं हो रहा है बताओ मेरे को. ही विल बी अंडर प्रेशर. इफ नॉट थ्रू अ कॉमन मैन प्रेशर, he will be under pressure from that public representative. But ये कोई करता ही नहीं है. And here the role of public representative is much more. I have not seen a single public representative trying to get this data consistently from this PMC care and seeing to his area whether the things are getting implemented or not. ये नहीं हो रहा है. That's the problem.
So every society, I think, 2 retired gentlemen या senior citizen रहेंगे जो एवरी मंडे अपने वार्ड ऑफिस जा सकते हैं. एंड लाइक यू सेड कि एटलीस्ट एवरी सोसाइटी विल हैव 2-3 टीनेज किड्स हु विल बी एबल टू और हु विल बी विलिंग टू पार्टिसिपेट.
Yeah, to collect that information.
एंड लाइक यू सेड, cultural thing, putting that cultural thing in the children.
Yeah, it should become a culture for them.
Can you explain a little?
So becoming a culture is created through traditions. And traditions are created through habits. So if this becomes a Pune tradition to right away go and find information and stuff like that, or right away report your local problem, and right away contact your local corporate or representative. I won't even call them corporators. They are my representatives. I trust them. I should like them. That is another thing. I don't think you should vote for a person you don't like when they're not representing you. But either way.
मैंने उसको वोट दिया नहीं दिया,
चलो नहीं, पर मेरा
representative
representative है, तो मैं उधर जाके अगर if I bring them on board, I say sir हमने ये collect किया है, this is our evidence. See, what you're doing is you're creating evidence, and through that evidence you can make a case. Now that case you can even suggest a solution as a citizen. You have freedom to do whatever you want except for implementation. Why? Because that implementation will take place through a proper tendering process using taxpayers' money and so on and so forth. Now what happens is that many representatives will put up these benches, park benches, and they'll put their name on. So I think somebody should audit that if they are doing it through their own money from their pocket. Also, then they're using citizens' money.
Yes.
So they can't have their names on these car park benches and stuff like
But
that.
they say there is no law which says that they shouldn't.
Then, I mean, yes, okay, fine. Now, then something has to come.
That unless it is you're using your personal money or your
Taxpayers' money नहीं
taxpayers' money, no personal name will go on.
नहीं आ सकता.
Then put the institution
We
name.
fought it for 4 years. Ultimately, they made a party leaders meeting, and there they decide, okay, actually there is no law which bars it, but still we will think over, and the things they're still thinking over.
So when you say party leaders meeting, what do you mean by that?
All party leaders
ठीक है,
of the city.
ठीक है. तो इसमें स्टैंडिंग कमेटी का क्या रोल है?
The standing committee is different. Standing committee has only one role.
हाँ, उसका रोल क्या है? स्टैंडिंग कमेटी का रोल
ये
क्या है?
city के लिए- city के लिए-
स्टैंडिंग कमेटी 11, 15, 16 लोगों की होती है, कितने लोगों की होती है, उसका रोल क्या है, एंड मेयर का रोल क्या है. तो श्रीकांत जी ने मतलब मेरे पॉडकास्ट पे बोला कि मेयर के पास कोई पावर नहीं है, फित कापो, ये करो, वो
नहीं
करो,
है.
सिर्फ बराबर उतना ही काम है.
इतना ही.
अगर
And
उतना ही काम है, तो
he
why-
presides over the GB. That's the another role. General body का presides over, like Lok Sabha president.
तो ये जो अब हम लोग इतना फाइट भी कर रहे हैं कि नहीं मेयर हमारा बनेगा, मेयर हमारा बनेगा,
वो
What is
बस
it all about?
नहीं, it is you know, to show the power कि मेयर हमारा बना means power हमारे पास आ गया, इतना ही है बस. Actual everything is with standing committee. सिटी का बजट बनाओ, कौन से स्कीम, कौन से रोड्स, कौन से whatever things they want to do in the city, उसका बजट बनाओ, उसके लिए पैसा रखो. सेकेंडली वो बजट के अनुसार टेंडर लगाओ, टेंडर में से किसको सिलेक्ट करना है वो फाइनलाइज करो. ऑल दिस एक्टिविटी, फाइनल डिसीजन ऑफ एनी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट अवॉर्डिंग, work order awarding, purchase order awarding is by standing committee.
of what size scale?
And it has as per their party representation in the GB, उसके मुताबिक उनको स्थायी में positions मिलती है. So now BJP has got majority, तो उनके 10 रहेंगे, उनके बाद में है समझो NCB, तो उनके 3 रहेंगे वगैरह वगैरह. All parties जिनके पास 10-12 के ऊपर है उनको रिप्रेजेंटेशन स्थायी में मिलेगी.
कितने मेंबर होते हैं?
15 या 16 है कुछ. What it depends on size of the how many number of elected representatives are there. बॉम्बे में 25 रहेंगे.
हाँ नहीं, पुणे में जो
Around 16-17.
It will be 16. Yeah.
It will be 16. ठीक है.
10%.
तो whatever planning is happening in Pune, जो टेंडरिंग हो रहा है, the standing committee is responsible.
Their final signature is required. So you have a 50,000 crore budget or something that's signed off by them.
And whatever
So you need to understand this, that this huge budget is signed off by our representatives, not by the commissioner.
He will prepare the budget.
He will prepare the budget, produce it with the standing committee. Standing committee will make any changes merely as they wish in that budget. That budget is put to general body again of our people, and they will approve it, and that's the end of it.
ठीक है. तो standing committee is responsible for budgeting fund allocation, and tendering.
Decision
Decision making,
ultimate decision making.
planning.
Who should, no, not planning, डिसीजन मेकिंग. अभी समझो फाइनल हुआ कि ये रोड बनाना है ये बजट में.
ये कौन फाइनल करेगा कि ये रोड बनाना है?
That is budget. That is budget.
My,
the technical
my
part.
thing is,
Wait, the technical part will be done by the technical department. So these are called line departments in the corporation. So the road people will create the everything. They will do the alignment, they will do the math.
They will hire consultants.
They will do the estimate, they will hire a consultant, which again it will have to be sanctioned by the standing committee, consultant. Any expenditure of public's money, our money, tax money, is done by a standing committee. They have to sign for it.
who is responsible or accountable for the failures?
For what?
Failures.
Failure? Failure? Nobody.
That is my question.
There is nobody. See, you can't pinpoint he is responsible. Everybody says, I have done my role. And ultimately, they will put all the responsibility on the contractor. वो चोर है.
नहीं एक एग्जांपल देता हूं मैं. सिंहगढ़ रोड का फ्लाईओवर बना, 4 साल लगे, 130-135 करोड़ रुपए लगे. इनॉग्रेट होके ऑपरेट होके 4 महीने के अंदर उसके अंदर 66 पंक्चर्स करने का फॉर द मेट्रो आया. एंड मतलब यूनिवर्सिटी को तो भी 20 साल लगे तोड़ने के लिए, मगरपट्टा को तो भी ये लगे, बट इनके पास इतना भी प्लानिंग नहीं था.
एक मिनट सुनो. That time there was no question of metro on there. So we took the decision, we built the bridge. Now आपने मेट्रो घुसा दिया उधर. So नया करेंगे अभी.
अब वो भी
You had no corporators.
यूनिवर्सिटी के उधर भी.
Listen,
और तब कॉर्पोरेटर्स नहीं थे.
when this happened, there was no government in place.
था.
Local government.
जब ये प्रोजेक्ट शुरू हुआ
शुरू हुआ तब. नहीं उसके बाद वो जब
I
मेट्रो आया था,
think deputy chief minister did the inauguration.
वो डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर जाने
नहीं
थे.
नहीं so all corporates were there क्योंकि वो शुरू हुआ 2020-21 में.
20-21
हाँ 2022 तक तो थे ये लोग सब. Issue is they said मेट्रो का प्रपोजल कभी आया सिंहगढ़ रोड पे? अभी. हाँ. So how can, who is responsible? Nobody is responsible. अभी प्रपोजल लाने वाला भी रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं है क्योंकि वो बोला मैंने तो लाया. ये लोग बोलते वो तब तक तो मालूम ही नहीं था. So we did our best. अभी जो
That is true. I would agree with him that they did do their best because there was no, they in multi agencies, they are not integrating decision making. So if in one space, this is one space, right? Pune city, okay? Now, if you have got 10 agencies working there, there has to be an integration in their decision making and there has to be a schedule, time schedule कि कब क्या होने वाला है. So they are not doing simple management tools.
नो लॉन्ग टर्म प्लानिंग, शॉर्ट टर्म प्लानिंग. अभी दूसरा क्या होता है बोलता हूँ. वो रोड के लिए बजट रखा है 100 करोड़. 100 करोड़ में उतना ही रोड बैठेगा. अभी आप उस टाइम अगर सोचोगे नहीं, समझो 5 साल बाद यहाँ पे मेट्रो आया तो सो मेरे को ये डिजाइन चेंज करना चाहिए. आई शुड मेक सच ए डिजाइन दैट इन फ्यूचर इट विल एक्यूमुलेट मेट्रो. बजट हो गया 150 करोड़. Who will sanction 150 crore when the budget itself is 100 crores? So ये लोग क्या बोलते हैं फिर वो भी नहीं होगा ये भी नहीं होगा. जाने दो यार, जो होता उतना कर लो, बाद में देखा जाएगा. But that time nobody says कि yes, and then it comes the question of responsibility. समझो उस टाइम मेट्रो के लिए जगह छोड़ के किया सब कुछ, थोड़ा कॉस्ट बढ़ा, सब कुछ हुआ, मेट्रो हुआ ही नहीं. Then फिर somebody will point fingers. What? डबल पैसा खर्चा किया, मेट्रो आएगा मेट्रो आएगा मेट्रो आएगा. 10 साल हो गए, कहाँ है मेट्रो? वो अभी ब्रिज भी और 10 साल में गिर जाएगा. क्या किया तुम लोगों ने? कौन बोला तुमको यहाँ मेट्रो आने वाला है? दे आर इन प्रॉब्लम फ्रॉम बोथ एंड्स, सो दे टेक अ सेफर स्टैंड. आज की नीड क्या है, आज का प्लानिंग क्या है, उसके मुताबिक काम करो. कल का कल
नहीं. The thing is that 74th CAI, which works at the grassroots level, also works at the city level. right? It works at all the levels. So at the city level, they are supposed to give a vision. They are supposed to create missions, and they are supposed to work together in that integrated manner. Then it comes down. From top, it comes down. Okay? And bottom up, that is to deal with local situations. Huh? And then it aggregates and moves to the top. Now, if we have 5 transports, how many type of transports do we have in Pune? We have got the road system. We have got PMPL bus, right? So public transport is there, private transport is there. You have got the metro. हाँ और क्या क्या कम है इसमें से वी डोंट हैव द वे आई मीन बोट हाँ ट्रैम नहीं है बोट नहीं है
We
कुछ
have
नहीं
railway to some extent, local
some extent
demo and locals.
लोनावला to हाँ so
Down
ahead of
and
Sarai.
Lonavala I guess.
Only demo and locals, that's all.
There are 3. So 3 things are there which go through Pune. So what do they need to do? All these 3 agencies need to work jointly. They need to plan together. Okay, only then from the top things will work out. Then they go to the bottom, find out. They're supposed to walk. How
Does Pune have traffic counts published?
करते ही नहीं है.
अरे ट्रैफिक प्लानर नहीं है यार.
हाँ था
जो
वो तो
था
गया.
वो भी भगवान जाने कैसे
भी
था, वो
useless था
बात
एकदम.
अलग है.
अर्बन प्लानर भी नहीं है. हम इधर बैठे हैं अर्बन प्लानर.
At least has a degree in planning. We do better. Because
2 years.
हाँ, only 2 years. Mr. Wagmare, I don't think has a degree in planning. He was an engineer. So I'm not
It's true,
saying
but actually in 2018, Amrut, like Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Shivdas Meena, who was the secretary there, sent a letter to all the state secretaries of their ministries, state level ministries of housing and urban affairs, saying that please hire people with the relevant undergraduate and postgraduate degree in planning, because it has come to our attention that none of the state town planning departments or all those other related departments have people who have the requisite degrees. So what is happening is, if you have a civil engineer who has been given the role of a planner, he does not know what to do. He's not, just like a planner will never know what to do if you are given the role of a civil engineer.
so to construct buildings, I'm not going to show off to you
So the issue is, and for planning,
that 0.33% FSI दे दो क्योंकि पानी नहीं है.
correct?
That is my rule. Not how to construct
No,
that
and
building.
why are we dealing with FSI? Why are we talking about density?
That we can do.
Why are citizens facing traffic problems? Why is there water shortages? This is what we deal with. And what is
सांगायचं काय हमखास ते झालेलं
no, but
असेल.
what is important in this 74th CAA, I need the information from the ground up. I need to know what the local challenges are to make a proper plan, to decide what is the calculation, how much water do I need to provide at that ground level, who is receiving water, who is not. Then, it comes right down to piping, the gauge of the pipe, like even your, what do you call it? Sewage. I was going to say sandas. Sewage. So your sewage lines, all of this has to be decided. It has to be properly defined and planned. And you need the requisite experts. So I think there should be another thing. What is the update? What is the tech update that these government representatives, who are the technocrats in the government, what is the technological update? Do they do it once every 6 months, are they certified?
They are there training.
Okay, are they aware? I'm not saying it's their fault. Nothing is their fault. I'm saying, is anybody taking the responsibility of ensuring that they get updated on knowledge, on the latest technologies? And how many times? Maybe once every 2 years is fine. Maybe they should just do once every 2 years.
See, that is why we get this. People used to not like it initially, but then they realize that it is very important to have the training.
जा ना सिंगापूरला जा, ट्रिप्स काढा.
जाते तो हैं.
Not a joyride. You need a certificate. Like, you have to be in class.
No, but apart from that, I think when you talk about its implementation or activation of 74th CAA, what is important is for everybody to know that for most important thing is that we pay taxes. The citizens are paying taxes, including whoever you are in the corporation. When you are living in a city, you are aware of that you are paying taxes. So your little contribution is also there. Now all this together is being spent on making your city livable. That is the ultimate aim. Huh? So if you are looking at the Town Planning Act, the Maharashtra Regional and Town Planning Act, when it came into being in 1915, when Sir Patrick Giddis formulated the act.
1915.
Yes. So Sir Patrick Giddis, who is the father of field of professional town planning, he said that why are we giving ourselves the power to reserve people's lands for certain uses or to control densities? How do we assign ourselves that power? What grounds can we justify it? So he said that justification is that in urban areas, in cities, you live with close proximity to each other. And diseases they spread very fast. So the main concern is our health. And in order to guard our health, we are creating this legislation. So this legislation is to guard our health and our quality of life. Now people are, why density control? Why FSI control? If you don't have water supply, why am I saying that you give so much FSI? Because 135 liters per day per person drinking. हाँ होना चाहिए ना? नहीं तो I will not have
we've
the
seen जहाँ पे water scale zone था 0.33 था, तो builders initially built on a certain pocket of that land, or they built bungalows there, and फिर suddenly without solving the water problem, it was one FSI or the regular FSI. अब तो मतलब we are crazy with the unified, but
Yeah, we've gone crazy.
we are gone crazy. Man, I am being into real estate. I am saying we are going crazy with the kind of density we are getting.
yeah, it has to be there.
And now the traffic problem, cars have also increased in size.
72 lakh vehicles on Pune road. It is equivalent to the population. Acha, 72 lakh I think are the registered vehicles.
Yes.
What about somebody who is living in Satara, working in Pune, gets his own vehicle? That is a different count altogether.
Okay, these are all supposed to be really fancy stat. It's quantity, right? That is supposed to be per capita income is very high. That is why we got these figures. So to get how does it affect the quality of your life?
Standard of living is what you're saying, but how does that affect the quality of life?
Not just standard, but
Yeah.
standard of
So
living.
everybody's only talking about standard, they're not talking about quality.
What do? They emit GHGs, greenhouse gases, and they create pollution. So this is the flip side of the coin. It is going to affect our health. Now if you look at our health, lots of doctors, pediatricians are saying that the asthma is on the rise amongst children. Why? Because of this pollution. We have got health hazard all over the place. It has particulate matters. Why do we have so much pollution? We don't have industry which pollutes. We don't have cotton textile mills, or we don't
Or
have
plants.
Pharma.
nothing. We don't have polluting industries. Pollution is created by vehicles. So we have to control the vehicles. And in order to control the vehicles, you have to control density.
And have better public transport.
And walkability.
See, I was speaking to Manoj Patel sir. So I told him, I think we are in a confused state. एक साइड से जब वी आर सेइंग के यूज पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट, एंड जब ऑटोमोबाइल का सेल्स डाउन हो जाता है, वी आर से कि इकोनॉमी की वाट लग गई है, गाड़ियां बिक नहीं रही है. मतलब वेयर आर वी? एक साइड वी आर सेइंग कि हमको पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट के ऊपर फोकस करना चाहिए, दूसरे साइड ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री थोड़ा भी अगर अच्छा नहीं करता तो बोलते इकोनॉमी की वाट लग गई है. खप बढ़ गया.
No, that is also okay. But you can definitely spread the urbanization. See, this whole purpose, decentralization, is the way to go for this. What we are doing is we are centralizing. So our economical scale has gone. in everything.
How do we, as citizen of Pune, make sure that our planning and infrastructure is prioritized and not मतलब आज यहाँ पे करना है आज वहाँ पे करना है, and how can we look at a low cost solution? मतलब like you said कि अगर flyover बांधना है तो we can go flyover इधर बांधे उधर बांधा उधर बांधा, but is that the low cost solution? There are 700 missing links. Manoj Patel साहब
Is
से
that
बात
even a
करो.
solution? That's not a solution. There was this huge example of LA, Los Angeles. It is followed all over the world in transportation sector that you build road 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything gets clogged. That's not the point. The point is don't centralize. Don't put all the villages under Pune Municipal Corporation. It doesn't have the capability to sustain.
This is like when we spoke about the Burandar model.
Now, what do we have to do? We have to decentralize. Let them have their own little urban ruling bodies. Okay, which will take care of themselves. Let them use their own resources for themselves. Let them decide what they want to do. What you need to do is you need to have an excellent public transport, non-polluted network,
High speed.
high speed. Okay, so people can come. They don't need to migrate. They can live in their own villages, in their own homes. They can do farming or whatever they want to do. If you have great education facility, you have to have great medical facilities, you have to have great water supply, all those things. They will just come to their jobs wherever they are. If PMRDA had any vision, this is what they will do. Because in the PMRDA division, there are over 300 villages.
300 villages.
Over 300 villages.
And with habitats and with everything, natural features.
And what are they doing? They are trying to use it as a land bank, land market, for construction where they will give high FSIs. That is what they do.
Tell me, how many people have already bought multi-crore flats? And how many people now can keep buying? I am very, very intrigued that how many times can you multiply by multi-crore houses? And so if you keep giving construction
That is
permission...
one. Number two is how many councils you need.
No, but how? I don't know. Where is this demand being created?
It is a false demand. There
No,
is no
it's a
demand.
very interesting question.
See, your real estate property, it's a property. And right now, Bombay, Pune, really big market. Nashik is coming up. Kolhapur is coming up. Yeah. And Kolhapur is coming up. But it's going to burst.
Because supply will keep going. It's so oversupplied. You know, Sharad Mahajan had done that. He had done that study of Pune housing stock about 10 years ago. And he had found out that we had about 1 lakh empty units. Just lying. Yeah, unsold. Empty.
That was 10 years back.
Yeah. And
I will tell you, post-COVID, the sales have gone 3 times.
yes,
The rates have doubled, more than doubled. After COVID, post-COVID. And the requirement for larger homes. Nobody is making 1 BHK, 2 BHK. Actually, वो developer को affordable भी नहीं होता है. Parking का norms ये वो बहुत सारा उसके ऊपर ये आ जाता है. Because 2 BHK के लिए भी एक parking देना है, 1 BHK के साथ में भी एक parking देना ही है, 3 BHK के साथ में भी एक parking देना है. So everybody is making 3 BHK, 4 BHK and a combination of 2 BHK.
no, I'm asking.
And last year, Pune sold PMR sold, Kridai का जो data है, approximately 90,000 homes in a year.
Will all those 97 buyers again buy 90,000 homes next year?
No,
That's what I'm asking.
we will have a different set.
No, so I'm asking how many times can you roll that? How many times?
It is a good question. I will try to ask somebody from the
Yeah.
authority or Kridai or somebody.
No, because see, now if you have 5 million people living in Pune and your average household size is 4 people and 40% of those are poor people who can't afford these multi-crore houses. So
there is a SRA scheme for them.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that So the thing is that so if you say 4, so
My point is that is your area under Zopatpatti reducing? No, it has not. You people come and go back. I know a lot of people who have purchased flats also, settled in Pune, etc. And they have purchased flats outside because the rate is cheaper. 1 BHK, 2 BHK, one room kitchen or studio apartment, more than that. And they have rented out their Jhopadpatti plot flats for your means the small office for even 10,000, 12,000 rupees a month. Because the location is very important for newcomers because they are searching jobs. Now, if you look at SRA, what it does is it says that if you are in the voters list, voters list यानी कि 18 years old, in what 1994 or something like that, then you are eligible for
हाँ वो
renting it.
पात्र का उनका सिस्टम है the हाँ land has to be
Now, if you are my father and I was born in 94, does it mean I don't inherit my father's house?
I was not 18, basically.
I was not 18. That means voters list has got nothing to do with this. Now, so what they are doing is they are perpetuating Jhopadpattis by creating a huge number of non-registered people. And that means they are perpetuating their vote banks.
Yes, and the empty housing stock that I was mentioning was equivalent to the household population of Jhopadpattis, who cannot afford that housing stock. So it's not a question that there are no houses available for the poor. In the sense, we are not capable of making housing for the poor. The question is that we want to make luxury houses, which is correct. Like even I want to live in a luxury house, but everybody can't afford it. So my question is, how many rolls, how many houses need to be built? That's 9 lakh dwelling units need to be built
in 10 years.
in 10 years. Normally, we get how many? 200 dwelling units per township?
More.
500, 600.
500, 600 is normal.
Okay.
On a 3.5-4 acre land.
Correct? Okay, so say take 4.
So of 3.5 net plot, 3.5 acre net plot. One
Add 40%, right?
Without going into the math. Hello,
No, no.
ma'am.
with a other than amenity and baki sahab,
Don't get into this detail. I'm just saying very
you get
simple.
1 million square feet of FSI on it under
हाँ.
unified.
No, but what I'm trying to say, wow. But what I'm trying to say is कि 90,000 जर का if you are selling annually and it's 450 से is one township, that's 20 townships for 90,000? नहीं. हो. नहीं. 200 townships you need annually. That's what I'm saying. I'm just doing a very simple arithmetic.
So what happens is a township is not built at once.
I
So
know.
this 1 million square feet FSI
No, it rolls
will
on.
be built in 5 to 7 years.
Yeah, I know. It takes construction takes time. Everything
5
takes
to
time.
7 years.
I have another question actually. You have got 40% of Pune living in Jhopadpattis. Okay, that is how many people?
50
मैं बोला ना
lakh
अभी.
20 lakh.
20 lakhs.
32 million people.
20 lakh, हाँ.
Yeah, right. Okay, now for these 2 million people, how much land do you need? You have SRA, na?
SRA.
SRA you are doing.
Sorry,
No, I'm saying that
of the MHADA EWS, the developer has to make MHADA and in proportionate. And
nahi karte. They don't do it. No.
Lots of EWS, they remove the wall in the middle.
And they sell it.
No, they do it.
I can show you many places. It was a EWS scheme, got sanctioned as a EWS scheme. That's how you got out
So
of the.
maybe it is some.
No, that's why so many
No,
schemes are like
so
that.
Maybe it is some, but you have to make EWS and hand it over to the MHADA.
Out of these 90,000 units, how many EWS housings were constructed? What is the percentage
That they
that they have to do?
So on a 1 million square feet, they have to do around 4,500 square meters.
5,000.
45,000 square feet, 50,000 square feet FSI.
Almost 40%.
No,
40,
on a 1 million
50%.
square feet
So
project.
then it should be proportional to the population, no?
Okay, they have tied it with the FSI.
Whatever it is, your FSI should be tied to that.
Okay, by the way, we have completely switched topics.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry.
I think yeah, we should come back.
Coming back to what was I saying, low cost solutions.
Low cost
Low
solution.
cost solution.
So I think low cost solution is the
Decentralization. That is one low cost solution.
how does a citizen or we all citizen ask for low cost solution other than going mindless construction like you had said?
No,
last
so
time?
No, this is the low cost solution. Rehabilitating the poor, not having poor people come into this.
no. Solution to what?
Infrastructure.
Low cost solution to infrastructure.
Yes.
It is decentralizing cities.
That's what I'm saying.
You need not densify one city or two cities in a state. What is the story of India is, it's the story of the world, but we are following that same story now and we have not evolved. So what has happened is, in Maharashtra, you can see only Pune, Bombay.
Yeah.
People will say Nagpur bada hai, but it's not nothing compared to Pune, Bombay. Okay, in Gujarat, it is Ahmedabad. Right?
Surat.
Haan.
Vadodara.
No, but the populations compared to Pune, Mumbai, I'm talking about Bombay is 22 million and Pune is now 7-8 million. Pune PCMC, sorry. So what is happening is, it seems our focus only rests on one big city in every state or two maximum. So what is happening is, now for a state like Maharashtra, you've got people living in Bid, Osmanabad, Yavatmal. They have to all travel either all the way to Pune or Bombay or go to Nagpur. And for them, the better choice is to come to Pune and Bombay. So you are adding people from outside who have no need to be here. In what sense? I respect their need to migrate and find better opportunities. But why are we not creating those better opportunities in Nagpur, in their own main towns, in their own district headquarters? So this is a low-cost solution. If you start decent, anyway, you guys have budgets, which are district level budgets. Spread that budget. Give them that opportunity.
Also, you get low cost housing in Walmali, Shikrapur, maybe somewhere near Shirwal.
Yeah.
You get low cost housing. पुणे से आधा रेट में है वहाँ पे.
बहुत कम.
So decentralizing is the solution.
This is the
This
solution.
is the solution.
But then you need to have excellent public transport, efficient, quick, so that people don't need to stay.
So the metro does not need to end at Nigri. It has to go till Chakan.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what they are planning now.
No, they will do it also.
Not they will do that also.
Is working in Shivaji Nagar, does not have a capacity of a 1 crore apartment.
You should not come to Pune at all. Where is the need? They are working in. You can live in wherever and travel by train.
What you are saying? What you are saying right now? Yeah.
So he doesn't need to, and somebody who is on a higher designation in Chakan, higher management, who can afford a 2 crore, 3 crore apartment,
They don't need to come here.
can live in Baner and
They can. Hey,
You
but
work
this
hard.
is not what your wish is.
We don't want flows like that. Actually, we want the force to go out.
No. See, what has happened is Pune has densified. The population has gone way above the capacity of the streets to handle water supply, everything.
everything.
So the thing is that any wise decision maker, planner, whoever, elected representative would say, "Ata nako." Okay, which actually Mrs. Medha Kulkarni actually rightly said.
Because Vandana is saying.
Even Vandana auntie said.
Vandana, I can understand. Medha, once she completes speech,
Yeah,
whatever
it
they
was great.
say, we don't
On
want it.
15th,
No, this was 2 years ago.
1 year.
A year ago. Okay, and no, so point is what? Even your representatives are understanding that this is not the way to go. Right? And
I should talk to her.
yeah. No, and
I want to talk to her.
this and what I feel is that if you just put on your thinking cap, now even Baramati is developed. Okay, let it develop more. Let Phaltan develop. Satara is a very pleasant place.
See, there was very big urban development industry ka. There is a huge program which we all love, which talks about urbanization and how, they call it gems, all these cities. Second tier, third tier, fourth tier, all the cities they had to develop. right? Ratnagiri should develop. Sindhudurga
Why should they
develop.
all be not developed? Why should they be dirty cities?
Why should there be?
But is this the story of India? Ki,
No, Vile
only
Bhagat-
we have these
Vile-
small posh areas in
Vile
big
Bhagat
cities.
was marketed very nicely 15 years back in Konkan. Vile Bhagat जो MIDC था, nobody went there other than.
Because then you have to bring the whole package, na? That's why you need planners. We know how to build that package.
You know, they don't want to be stuck. They should be mobile, na? Where there was no Konkan railway.
There was no Konkan railway.
So why would they go there? Have more trains.
Now Kudar, Malvan also has an airport.
Have quicker trains. Have better quality buses. Have better quality roads. You spread things out. You decentralize. That is the way this country will develop also.
Because it seems we have bought in or we have accepted a vision of India, which is ऐसा देश है कि थोड़े ऐसे पॉश एरियाज होते हैं बड़े शहरों में जिधर अमीर लोग रहते हैं और रेस्ट ऑफ इंडिया इज दिस झोपड़ सीन
I know we don't want
और
to have the.
सबने एक्सेप्ट किया है. Even the villages are now, because of plastic, they are looking dirty. Others, we have beautiful villages. तो किसी को ये नहीं करना कि अरे भाई there is an aspiration to go to cities, ठीक है. And some people have also said that शहर गरीबी पचाता है and so on and so forth. So, but the thing is, नहीं होता है गरीबी पचाना यानी you don't want to पचाओ people ना.
No, and we are now, what we are doing is, we are just, Pune is getting deteriorated. So we are inviting trouble and making things unlivable here, which is an extremely
No, and
livable.
in the event of a drought or some disaster, you're talking about major losses because you've centralized the population in one place. That is what we look at when we look at disaster vulnerability. We look at not centralizing a population. Ideally, I mean, you of course have to, like Bombay or like Mumbai or New York, or there are very dense cities.
So Pune is not a linear city. Why are we trying to make it a linear city?
Because they don't have a vision, they don't have understanding, they don't want to listen to anybody.
No, and they hear some ideas which sound good, like TOD, transit-oriented development, and then they're making. But you know, it's like when we learn planning, na, like I mean, TOD is it is the first idea of planning. It's not a new idea.
You don't do it actually.
I mean, people moved away from TOD actually.
So like you said, organized groups will have more power other than the larger angry citizen crowd.
Yeah.
तो उसके लिए आप अगर कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं कैसा?
That's the need actually. Organized citizens groups with clear understanding, motives and knowledge,
Perfect.
and who are able to communicate to the bureaucrats and citizen representatives is the need of now.
Perfect.
Yeah. I agree with him entirely.
And there is nothing more to say.
बिल्कुल. We'll end it on this. And if I have anything else on mind, I'll come back to you people again. Thank you.
Thank you.